Right then, you beautiful people, back out on the beach again. I was out yesterday, no filming, just me, a Rod, and Stephen with it. No filming, no, just to get out and chill. And I'm back out today. I'm going to give it a go filming. You can see there. Hopefully that sorts out the sound issues I've been having. Little cats, not that mate, touching it like that probably will. But yeah, came through the post today from a good friend of mine. You know who you are. Much appreciated, mate. I won't name you just in case you don't want, you know what I mean, but yeah, very, very, very much appreciated. Thank you. And I hope you're as well as you can be. You're a legend. Thank you. So I'm at pool pipe, ship pipe, whatever you want to call it. I'm a little bit further to the left of that stack this time. Yesterday I was right in front of it. There's a gentleman there now, gazumped me. That's where I wanted to be again. So I was out yesterday and it wasn't blank as usual. I fully expected the fishing gods to really pull my pants down and slap my bare ass with an haddock or a thornback or a dogfish, sandpaper my ass cheek. But even without a camera I don't catch. I did, however, hook up into something. I don't know what it was because I didn't get to see it. I hauled it in about 100 metres because I was using a different rod yesterday. I'll get into that later, but I'm using a rod that I don't normally use, and I'd finally timed the cast alright and launched it 100 plus depth of water that I've never fished before. And my rod tip went and stayed. Just stayed there. Didn't do anything. I was hoping for maybe it to go slack, but then it just stayed. And I left it for about 5 minutes. In hindsight, possibly I should have left it longer. But in my sort of novice, excited like a kid at Christmas, I reeled into it, lifted the lead and then felt something fighting back. I was like, oh, I'm in here. Reeling furiously. Got it off the seabed. And it sort of fought a bit and then dived, hit the seabed again. And fighting again, got it up, reel, bosh, get back out. All the hallmarks, I'm told, of a thornback ray. Felt quite heavy. In the words of another YouTube angler that I have started watching, subscribe to his channel, I'll put a link there because it's a good channel, Fishy Tom. Pretty educational, it's a good channel actually. One of his recent videos, he likened it to hauling in an anchor. And I don't think I could put it any better than that. That is literally what it was like, hauling in an anchor. Over 100 metre distance, some scrap. Within 5 metres of the surf, well, just as I got into the surf, 5 metres from the shore. Ping, gone. Absolutely devastated. That is probably an understatement. I never got to see what it was. Really, really frustrating. My adrenaline was pounding. And then, maybe half an hour later, I was just like that. Crashed. But yeah, I was absolutely gutted. Could have been my first thornback, maybe even a blonde, but from what I've seen of blonde rays on like YouTube videos I watch, blondes sort of come to the surface and skim across the top. Certainly with smallish ones. I don't know about the bigger ones, but yeah. Whatever this was, just had a love affair with the seabed. And quite a strong tide pull as well, where I was out at a bit of distance. So I was fighting it against the tide for quite some time. But it is what it is. Learning curve. So I'm back in almost the same spot, seeing if it's still there. It felt like crab and squid, or squid and crab. More squid than crab. Anyway, if anything happens, I will bring you back. And I really hope that has picked the sound up better and muffled maybe the sort of safe noise that's in front of me. There isn't a lot of wind. It's a northerly today, so it would be blowing straight on the beach, but there's virtually nothing. My windometer towel, barely moving. There's what I'm using today, rod of choice. Thing of beauty. Achios Crave SX420 and an R10L. Kindly loaned to me by Shane. I don't know if you know it, Shane, but you're not getting it back. It's mine now. I'm making it. But yeah, you're not getting it back until I catch your fish. So you better up it's today. Because I'm teetering overly close to that record that you have between me and you. Yesterday's blank, but it's 7 in a row for me. So a blank today, and I will be perilously close to your record, one that I don't want to beat. So I will settle for a dab about that big today. Most of all, I would like a thornback, dogfish, bass, anything that fancies taking the bait. I've stuck out a little bit of a cocktail just now, one that I'd sort of made last night, but then last cash shenanigans I needed to get gone, so it was the other half of a squid and black, which I've just whipped a bit of bluey onto as well. Still a smallish bait, though. It's only about the length of my thumb. It's just a fat bait. Anyway, enough of me yarning. If only my fishing was as good as my yarning, I'd empty that sea in front of me, and everyone else who content creates would feel my pain of no fish, because they'd all be on the beach with me now. If I was as good at fishing as I am as yarning, and you all know I'm good at that. Anyway, I will go before my battery goes flat, and I really hope I switched these on. Looks like they're talking to each other. So, yeah, peace. While I remember, great to meet you yesterday, Derek. Yeah, subscriber or viewer of my channel anyway. Came on the beach and introduced himself. Yeah, it's good to meet you. Yeah, and we'll meet again on the beach one day soon. Hopefully Stally went for you quite well today. I know that's where he was earlier. Hopefully he didn't get too wet and he caught plenty of fish. And Fenny says you know what. Yeah, great to meet you yesterday. Yeah, I love meeting people. Especially people who see me on the telebox. Something I'll never get used to. Just been sat on a beach minding my business and people are like, I know you, I recognise you. Yeah, it's mad. But yeah. Peace. Well, hopefully the sound isn't too bad. I know I'll have to figure out how to do the volume on it. I think it's quite loud. So maybe if I talk a bit quieter. But yeah, I'm just missed or lost a fish. Quite a savage bite. Give the rod a right pull down, then it settled and just like tap, 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 tap. And there was something on. But as yesterday, the surf was my nemesis. Lesson learned for me, to be fair. I was reeling in and there was a little bit of weed on the leader knot. And just as I got the fish into the surf, I stopped reeling and picked the weed off. Started reeling again, and whatever it was had got off the hook. Circle hook as well, which is frustrating. Perhaps I should have walked up the beach with the tension still on and dragged the fish out of the water onto the beach, and then tended to the leader knot. So that's a lesson learned, maybe. But I don't know what it was. I suspect a dogfish was sort of rolling around a bit, and the circle hook was a foot up the snood away from the bait. So I don't put the circle hook into the bait, I just leave that just loose. So whatever it was had rived it up the snood. Yeah, frustrating. Yeah, never mind. Stick at it. It is, what time is it? 6 o'clock. The top of water is about 10 to 7. Now I'm going to fish down a couple of hours. So it will go dark. But I've got this. That should help me out. Give me a bit of light. This rod doesn't have a tip line, so I'm going to have to sharpen this up onto the rod anyway, rod tip. Solar powered. Hopefully it works. Well, I know it works, it's incredibly bright. I just don't know how much charge it's got. So I've just got it sat face down at the minute. There's no sunlight, but hopefully still the light will give it a bit of charge anyway. Yeah. And I've got my head sort of half charged. Yeah. Conditions are a little choppy, I'll show you. Some big rollers. Well, not big. I've seen bigger. But nothing yet. There's the stack. There's that beautiful reel. Nice bit of kit. The rod is beautiful. I've had 3 or 4 casts with it, and each one of them's hit probably about the same distance, 80 to 100 metres. Usually a 6-ounce gripper. I reckon with a 5-ounce gripper it'd ping it that anyway. Lovely rod. About 3 or 4 casts. I really should do one from the side so you can see if you need a compression in it. Might do that later or on another session. Anyway, see you soon. Peace. Well, not a lot to report yet. Just hopefully, I've moved that down a little bit. It was a bit high, but hopefully the sound quality is a bit better. I really hope it is. If not, I don't know what to do. Wind is blowing a bit. Northeasterly. So that'll be a good indication of the wind noise, whether the little fair cat thing, whatever you call it, is doing its job. And obviously I'm quite close to the safe as well. My nemesis. It's still going to be a nemesis on Saturn. Again, the volume might be too loud, in which case I'll have to figure out how to tweak that. I'm trying to speak a bit quieter. Yeah, so yesterday I was out with Stephen Harrison. Stephen. He loaned me one of his ones. R10 loop reel. It was an Airspeed, I think it's FX435. Beautiful bit of kit. But probably for the right hand, and mine were on the right hand. Definitely a rod for somebody who's more experienced, I would say. I was casting it like I'm used to casting my own rod, which is pretty forgiving, a bit like this Crave, very forgiving rod. Whereas the Airspeed was very stiff in the midsection, but with a glass fibre tip. It's quite whippy. So I was sort of over the head thumping, getting to the where it's over my head and releasing, not realising that the tip was still compressing behind me. So I was launching the bait up quite high and then down, so I wasn't getting a great deal of distance. Certainly not the distance a rod of that calibre deserved. I did eventually start to get timing. Obviously that's critical of a cast. And it fairly launches a bit. I was definitely nudging lots. But then towards the end of the session, my timing got a bit late. I was letting go of it too late. And it was still pinging it out, but straight rather than up and out. It's a lovely rod. Definitely one for an angler of more experience than I. For now, a forgiving rod will do me. That's exactly what this craves. I think it's replaced the Furies as its entry level, at the entry level of the rod. Yeah, it's very nice piece of kit, it's the Crave. I just need to get a fish on the beach with it, so I can go, look at this, yay! Twice now. A ray yesterday in the surf, and today I think probably a dogfish. In the surf. Top of tide about sort of roundabout now really. It's 20 to 7. It's starting to ebb. And the last couple of nights, last night and Saturday night when I was at Barry's Hut, the fish switched on as the time was turning and going down. So hopefully that's the same story tonight. It was a top of tide last night when I had that ray. Or Shane told me it was an Aldi bag. If it was, it still had a full week shopping in it. Somebody's going hungry. There's a little bit of weed on there, I think. Once it keeps going down and up little bit of groundswell as well. It's time to bring this bait in. Squid and bluey out in a minute. I might just stick squid on. A bit of squid. Maybe stick a frozen blackboard. Maybe stick sandhill. Let's have a dig around and see what I choose. Whatever I choose, it does. I can't tell, I don't think. But I remain hopeful. There's a little twitch then. Well. Anything happens, I'll bring it back. Or I might just bring it back to show the bait. Before I sling it out. So, peace. Right then, still here, still soldiering on. Whether this video makes a later day, I don't know, it depends on the sound quality. I think I've got the volume on there, on that bit, a little bit loud, so I'll have to figure out to adjust that. But I've dropped 2 fish in the safe. Both of them doggies, I think, the way they were sort of rolling as I was reeling them in. And the reach were like knotting up and were right mess. Saves them getting sandpapered by one of them. But I really would have liked to have gone, yes, look at that. The guy just down from me, he's had something. So I'm chucking back, I don't know what it was. Keep getting little knocks, but nothing developing. Squid and bluey out there. Stinky fishy bait. It's getting dark. It's probably time to break this out. Right. Yeah, it should give me a bit of light. Hopefully. I'm gonna fish till I'm out. I catch something. So I might be here a while. I hope my missus is alright. I might just all the way down and all the way back up. Sod it. Nah, seriously, I'll probably fish maybe till about 9, I think it's 8ish now. Yeah, just 8. So nah, maybe. See if they start feeding after dark. It's about an hour after the top of tide. So 9 o'clock will be 2 hours down. We'll see. Hopefully, apart from the super loud noise, I'm trying to speak a bit quieter. But hopefully the sound isn't too bad. But we'll see when I get into the editor and have a look. I may probably just upload it anyway for the feed, you know. Anyway, if anything happens, I'll be back. It's a lovely evening. Not cold, given it's a northerly wind, it's quite warm. Well, I am quite warm actually. Bloody jacket. Anyway. Well, as you can probably tell, it's got dark. One last cast shenanigan, it's nearly 9 o'clock now. So look, yeah, it's 20 to 9, so yeah, full squid, but it's a small bit of squid really. Full squid with its head and guts and everything, whips it up, launched it. See if there's anything there that fancies it scooping it up. But it doesn't appear so. Yeah, so hopefully the sound's been out of this. I think it's been a bit loud. So I might not even put this on, but if I do. Thank you for reaching this point. Much appreciated. 2 fish drops tonight, one yesterday. Yeah, looking into them, just got to look at them. It's what it is. It is what it is. So, unless I do catch anything on this Alaska shenanigan, I'll bid you all farewell. See you on the next one. Stay safe.